Welcome to the guest room where all the demons play. Welcome to the guest room. I'm chilling with the gang. Got space for everyone.
Excuse me. Welcome to the guest room. Oh, hey! Did you hear me? Did you hear that?
Unfortunately, I did.
Your ear holes were blessed.
Wrong hole.
So today's episode, a lot like the other episode, this is a continuation of the episode. My writer Dom put together an episode, very impromptu. Thank you, Dom. So she put together some stuff because Dom knows me. She knows my character. We move alike, me and her. Just to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm wearing ears because they match my outfit.
So today like Tracy said, we're gonna be doing a continuation of the situation that happened. For those of you who may not, be completely aware of what happened, you can watch the last video about where she talked about it. But basically what happened was, my was having a good day.
Having a good
day, right? Motherfuckers was having a good day. And
remember to call him baby anime.
Oh yeah, I was Tracy goes to bed, gets a phone call from a woman who's like, "Hey, are you my husband?" And Tracy is like, "Husband? I'm not messing with nobody's husband."
Pause. If y'all had saw how fast Camari slid into my bedroom in a fucking hole.
I was staying over here and I was in the living room on the couch watching my little videos, about to go to sleep, and I hear the phone call and I hear Tracy go, "Husband."
He was like
I tapped in the Speed Force and came into this room so fucking quick, and oh man, I don't want to go into full details because Tracy already did, but essentially, long story short, like she found out the dude had a whole soon-to-be wife on the side while messing with Tracy and telling Tracy like, "Hey, I want to be with you. I want to be with you." And mind you, I was here for all through the whole thing, the whole relationship.
He was here.
Yep, the whole situation that happened, the whole entirety of when they met. Like, I seen it, and multiple people have seen it. Cause this is one of the things. It's like, yo. At first, my thing is like, how
you do it?
How did you do it?
How you do it?
How did you do it?
I'm not a prying woman, but like,
I
how you do it?
I just want to know how he did it, because that was
close proximities,
right?
Like, how you do this?
He doesn't live too far.
You are smart.
Got a whole bunch of kids to take care of. And a newborn.
Don't tell them everything because they gotta watch our.
Oh yeah, they gotta watch the other video. My fault.
You gotta know what. To know what happened, watch the other video.
That's just the basics, though. That's just the the basics.
Foundation.
First, we gotta take a shot because this is the guest room. I got my lovely Jack Honey, my favorite, my choice, my beverage of choice.
Oh, they're so good.
It's so good. It's so smooth.
So good.
If I had lemonade, I would have made Jack Honey lemonade because that's my drink of choice. Shout out to Bike Manx, one of my brothers. He put me onto that drink.
Mike.
No, What was it, Mike or was it Dre?
I don't know.
Yo, shout out to my
both
brothers,
of y'all.
Bike Manx and Dre, because y'all be putting me onto some stuff. Now, getting into the meat and potatoes, Tracy. It's been a couple of days since it happened, so how are you feeling like now? Are you still like in the same kind of mindset?
I'm not in the same mindset only because I'm I was like I said in my other video, I was already out the door. Things didn't add up to me, and I wasn't going to look for the answers either. So I feel a little bit better than I did, you know, the day I made that other video. However, I just want answers. And you know how like sometimes when certain situations happen, all you want is answers, and you have to be okay with not getting the answers that you need. You gotta, it's more so like for yourself, like just move on for yourself. Don't like, cause I'm when I tell you I'm not upset, I'm more, and I keep on using this word perturbed. Like what the. Like, why would you do this?
Why would you put me in that situation?
Like, why would you do all that? Like, why would you do that?
And not just tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Just tell me. And I'm a down-ass girl. Like, I could have helped your ass. I could have helped your ass. If any... And please sound off, y'all. If y'all ever messed with me before in life, I asked a couple of my friends that I used to talk to or whatever, and they were like, "What? Why he ain't just tell you?" And he was like, "He just don't. He don't know you."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
that's a big thing.
If it's my friend, one, I don't have any loyalty to the woman. I don't have any loyalty to women. The only thing that we have in common is that we're both women, and we're both being lied to. But I hold friendship very dear. Like, if it is something that you need me to do for you, even if you done me wrong, even if that, I would help you. And the fact that he never said this, he went along trying to make me feel like the bad guy, you know, things like that, that kind of f***ed me up. It's not too many ways that like you can make me feel like a dickhead though, but like I felt like a dickhead just in that part where he was like, "Oh, I don't know who she is. This is that. Like, you got my phone number.
We got pictures.
Don't let me pull out the receipts because I will. I'm not petty.
Because you really could have, like, the whole time he was on the phone, he was saying,
"Oh, he didn't know who I was." Yeah, I could have been
you
sending her
pictures, like send her
and
pictures.
I'm not that person. I'm not that person. Vengeance is the Lord. You know, I let him do that because I had asked for discernment, and be careful what you ask God for. You ain't ready to receive it.
So you said you had what y'all refer to as spidey senses when it came to that. And I feel like I feel like a lot of girls have these, you know, second senses when it comes to actually, you know what, not even a lot of girls, like people in general have these senses when they feel like something is up, like, you know, something's up and something's not right. And so why do you feel like people ignore that?
Well, I ignore it because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, sometimes I could be really in my head and thinking like, "Oh, you not answering me because it only take you 5 minutes to go to Dunkin' Donuts. But if you stop at the bitch's house and drop her donut off first, then that take you 7 minutes. So where was you at for the whole 2 minutes, bitch?"
But the thing is, Tracy not even that type of person.
I'm not. I don't care. And that was his whole thing with me. I did not care. And the thing is, it's not that I don't care. It's that I have the attitude that I don't care. Because once you make me feel like I'm crazy for thinking these things, I'm gonna back off and I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. It is what it is at that point. Like, I'm not going through your phone.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to track you. I'm not doing all that shit because I'm not taking up my time to do that. That's things that I can be doing in that time where I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you doing and who asked you sniffing and stuff like that. And like, I don't care. I don't care.
So why do you think people ignore that in general? Like, generally, like when people, because I have I have situations where I've talked to friends and they be telling me all this stuff. Like, they be telling me, oh, he said this, he said that, and I'm just like, yo, those are all red flags and this and the third. But like, a couple days later, you're still with him. So it's just like, why do you think that people in general do that?
I think they ignore the red flags because they don't want it to be true. I think they don't want it. They're in a good thing and they're like, nah, no, this can't be it. This can't be it. Like, no, this is just this is just me thinking, you know, I'm thinking too much about it or anything like that. I think it's more so, and to be honest, the reason why we stick around is because
yeah, I know where this is going.
The penis or the vagina is at an adequate level, and we're like, you know what?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He be cussing at me a little bit. You know,
it's fine.
For no reason.
It's
yeah,
fine.
Cool.
You know, he, you know, his kids keep on going to the hospital, and that don't make sense. But it's fine. It's fine because you know what? The dick is bomb.
So do you feel like you attract like these type of people? Not so by these type of people, I mean people that are committed or to someone or
good
like
question.
In relationships or something like that.
Good question, Dom and you. Cause all right, so if I'm speaking for Dom, she says that she does. For me, I don't think I attract people that are in relationships. I think I attract people that have issues. I think if I'm being wholeheartedly honest with myself, because at this point, you know, I'm almost 30. I'm you know, and I think a lot of people are trying to settle down now and, you know, make up, you know, do the family shit and stuff like that. And I think that's what's going on now. So I don't think I attract people that are in relationships. I know I actively, how do I say this word? I actively I actively sought after someone that was in a relationship. That's for another damn.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
That's a whole nother damn episode. You know, tune in. But that yeah, it didn't end well for me. So that was my fault. That was my fault more so. But yeah, but I think I attract people that have like issues, like, you know, daddy issues, mental issues, like things like that, because I'm going to school for this shit. So I know how to hone into it and what to say and, you know, how to help. And my whole thing, I just want to help people. I like people a lot. And, you know, sometimes you get in the end, you know? Not before I fuck them first, you know?
So, like, why do you... I think we talked about this, like, a couple of days ago. But, like, so why do you think people feel the need to have to lie and cheat? Because coming from somebody... I cheated, you know, back in the day and been cheated on. I feel as though my saying now is it like how you gonna, you know, put your mouth how I'm gonna put my mouth on this girl and, you know, do all this. How am I gonna do all these things with this girl, with this woman, and not be able to communicate with her how I'm feeling? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And when I see, you know, sometimes my friends or whatever, they'll go through these things and they'll hit me up when they having these issues or whatever. Even today, this morning, a friend of mine was texting me about, like, she was trying to, you know, talk to her some along the lines of one of them was trying to talk to the other person and somebody got offended. And it's just, you can't, if somebody's trying to talk to you about how they feel, you can't get offended. Like, you can't. And I feel as though when you're into us, you said what?
A lot of people still get offended.
Yeah, and like, some things are going to rub you the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not, people have egos. You know what I'm saying? You could think you're doing everything right, this, that, and the third, and somebody's like, you know, I don't like the way you XYZ, and that person's just like, oh, like, what you mean? This is what I know. This is how I do. Like, what you mean you don't like that? I'm doing everything I can for you, blah, blah, blah. And then they get offended. But at the end of the day, it's about compromise, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if that's a word I want to use, but it's just, you have to be open. You have to be open.
I was about to say, in friendships and
that goes
like
for
relationships, because they're a ship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They both are ships, and that you have to work on. And when somebody told me this, it's like, your friendship is just as important as your relationship. You have to work at it. Yep. It's not easy. You know, having a friend is not easy. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, my best friend, like, we don't see eye to eye sometimes, but like, we talk about stuff. Like, when she's upset, I remember one time she was so mad at me. She was mad at me because I'm a y'all. Like, I bullshit a lot. So say if you ask me to come somewhere and you if you talk to me on the phone and I'm like, yeah, I'm coming through, she already know what that means. I'm not coming through. I'm in the bed. I'm not coming. I feel like that's
something you gotta get used to, though.
Yeah.
Because somebody might take offense to that, and yeah, like.
So pretty much that's what it was, and she was like, listen, I'd rather you tell me you're not coming than to tell me that you're coming and I'm waiting for you, or, you know, this is that. And I'm like, this is so true. And she wasn't the first person to say that. She wasn't the last person to say that. So I, you know, changed the way that I operate so that she understood me better, and, you know, things like that. So I bought her some toilet paper and wine. She loved it.
That sounds like something she would.
She gets on my nerves. She only buys like one roll of toilet paper at a time.
That's not hygienic.
I got her value pack.
But I feel like that all goes into like why people feel the need to cheat, because you feel like you can't talk to your partner about certain things you want, so you find it somewhere else. And when you get caught, it's just like, I'm sorry, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people just like that communication skills.
It's like, I'm sorry, babe. I told you I like my balls licked. I don't know.
Get my balls licked somewhere else.
I don't know what to do.
It's definitely an ego thing, I feel like. My stance on it was, and this is coming from personal experience and like just viewing other people. It's just it's such a stigma against certain things that you want. Like, and I think it definitely, like, sexuality definitely comes into play when it comes to this too. But it's definitely a stigma. Like, so if you want to talk to your partner about something you want to do, like, but you're scared about how they'll think about it or whatever, but you really want this aspect or this thing, this quality from your partner that they're not providing to you, so you have to go look for it somewhere else. But the topic of just stepping out of your relationship, the stigma that's associated with it is so bad.
Oh,
it's so bad. So you feel the need to lie about it to maintain that facade. That facade, that image of being the perfect partner or husband, wife, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. Like, you lie and you do all these things on the side so that you can seem like the perfect person or whatever. and your character isn't attacked, but you can still lead this, you know, other life. You can still get what you want at the same time. So it's kind of like having your cake and eating it too. Like you want to still seem like that perfect person, but at the end of the day, you just not, you know, you're not. Is that like, do you have kind of a similar mindset when it comes to like why people cheat, or like what's your thought?
I think so. That was gonna be another episode.
Oh, yeah. I'm cross contamination.
We're gonna dive into it.
You can try it again.
We're gonna dive into it a little later.
Okay. In closing, like what are your thoughts like when it comes to your situation with like just cheating in general, I guess, and lying in general and stuff like that?
So my whole thing is, don't be so oblivious to the warning signs if you're not ready for it. I was ready for it, so it didn't hurt me as much. And usually if I'm in a situation like that, I'm told already. Or if they'll let me know, hey, I do have somebody on the side, or, you know, she not my girl, or she, you know, I know, you know, I'm prepped. So I would just say, don't ignore all the signs if you're not ready to face the truth. Also, with lying, just be ready for your lie to blow back up in your face, because it more than likely somebody's preying on it that you slip up one day. And you could be caught. You could be caught, but you can't be caught if you already told the person already. You can't catch me. You can't catch me. I already called my damn self. I remember one time I called him, and he called me in the bathroom. Because whoever he couldn't talk around. If he always over his people's crib. Nigga. You're not at your house because somebody there.
Yeah, so in closing, I think I agree. Definitely look out for the warning signs. I encourage open communication. Like I said, this is all kind of fresh because this just happened with you, and then I kind of just had a conversation with somebody else, and then another friend had a conversation with me about their friend. It is. But another friend had a conversation with me on top of that about our mutual friend, about all this stuff. So all this stuff is fresh for me. And it's just like, yo, I encourage everybody, like, please don't be afraid to open up with your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, or whatever about anything at all. And if your significant other is comfortable enough with you to be able to say anything with you, you can't take that away from them. Like, please don't take that away from them. Please don't get offended. Like, you have to listen to whatever it is that they say. Listen to whatever it is they say. It might hurt your feelings right then and there, but as you keep talking, as you work on your relationship or whatever, and like I said, this goes for friendships too, like we said earlier. If this person you're talking to is open enough to be able to communicate with you freely, then that is a good relationship. That's a healthy relationship, and you cannot take that away from them by do not shame them for feeling how they feel. Don't be like, oh, well, you shouldn't feel like this or you shouldn't feel like that. Be like, okay, well, what did I do to make you feel like this, and how can we you know,
Move
make
forward.
it better. What can we do to make this better? What can we do to make this work? So, your show, you gotta close this out.
Oh, shit. What's a close? And remember, get out of here.
That's it?
And remember, chlamydia is curable.
I don't know if that worked with the topic at hand.
Oh, man. And remember, don't kink shame because your mom's probably doing it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Duh.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Let me hear that right. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Yeah. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Yeah. Look, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl.